thinning out. So the other direction to go with your mix is to thin things out. And that would be because you have a lot of tracks in your mix and you put them all together and you try to raise things up and everything's just kind of fighting with each other. It's just kind of clumping together and there's no space for everything to fit. And so you've got to thin things out. It could also be if your tracks are, really thick already, and part of that is the same thing, to get everything to fit together and to get that clarity and to make everything audible. And so a lot of times you're going to have to trim stuff away from elements of your mix in order to make them fit. So here's an example of something that needs to be thinned out. Here first is with all of the plugins and processing deactivated. So here's the raw mix. Okay, so you can hear the drums are pretty thick, they're taking up a lot of space. The bass is pretty round and full. Acoustic guitar's got a lot of bass to it. So does the piano. Okay. So now we take and turn all our processing back on and listen to the same thing and hear how everything's been thinned out. Okay, you can hear how there's much more clarity between everything. Everything's audible. But we had to thin out a lot of the stuff to make everything fit together. You had to take away from some of the elements to make everybody live happily together there. Okay, so you can see that's an example of thinning out, because what's going to happen a lot of times is we're going to have too much stuff trying to all cram together, and it's not really going to fit. There's going to be things covering each other up, masking each other, making it hard to hear different elements, and no matter how much panning and level adjustment you do, you're going to have to thin things out, do some subtractive EQ, and a lot of other tricks that we're going to do in our mixing here to help you thin out your mix. And that is thinning out.